EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game, offense. That penalty is declined.
On first down, it's Purdy. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have the Niners 1st down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Purdy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Out of the gun, Purdy trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So we see it right here on the opening drive. Throwing the football in these snowing conditions is going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate because most of the quarterbacks that we know, They believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter, as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, he certainly had his ups and downs since being the 2nd overall selection back in 2017. But when he's on, Mitchell Trubisky shows all the attributes you're looking for in a quarterback. Big arm, excellent legs for mobility. His key, being consistent.
Oh, man, it was a prep All-American in nearby Antioch. It's Najee Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 1st downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Room here to run. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Harris running straight ahead. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Harris is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Encroachment. Defense.
This is
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Trubisky keeps it himself, and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand,
Offside.
partner.
Defense.
So, obviously, they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They hand this off to Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Defense.
So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On the give, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Purdy. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kazin. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Diontae Johnson, 54 yards. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Purdy now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Purdy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And, Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 20, boy.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them...
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Diontae Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. 1 play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Purdy. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Let's go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Niners,
well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll run with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run with Harris. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 4th down. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets them to about the 44. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He finds his man complete. It's Warren. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, it's Warren. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, we're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Throwing here, Trubisky. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Steelers with a tight end. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 2nd and goal. Trubisky. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Mitchell Trubisky with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point now by Boswell. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This will be caught at about the 3. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Deontay Johnson on the pass from Mitchell Trubisky.
And the Steelers have widened the gap now to 50 points.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you try to put points on the board that don't matter, but do that. And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
And now here is another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here's Harris. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
T.J. Watt getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play called better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Purdy.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away.
Incompletion is not surprising the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
It's one play at a time, baby. Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Okay, ready?
Purdy, big fourth down play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter in what has been a one-sided affair. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and my goodness, another interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Purdy.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Purdy on 4th down.
Completes it to Samuel.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
And now here is another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
There is Deontay Johnson as this Steeler offense gets set for this next series. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't for...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.